You'd better watch out yourself. That dice you've got could get you some unwanted attention.
Unwanted.
You'd better watch out yourself. That dice you've got could get you some unwanted attention. Hello there. That's a fine dice you've got there. Reminds me of QB. He was. There was a time when he was. Me and QB. She was my dice. We did everything together, fought for people too. Not like heroes, but we did good where we could. It was a good life, and then the No Dice War came to town. And there was a big climactic fight at the Quarterstone Arena, and, we rolled and we lost. And afterwards, I couldn't face that. Face her. I don't know. I couldn't face anyone. Couldn't face myself. And QB, she knew me better than anyone else. So looking at her was like looking at myself, She knew how much I'd lost. And I just couldn't be with her anymore. After that, QB and I went our separate ways. I thought so often trying to find her, but as time went on, it just seemed bigger and bigger until there was simply too much to apologize for. And so I never have. No, I couldn't. I can't. You'd better watch out yourself. That dice you've got could get you some unwanted attention. You sound like a young me, but that arena fight taught me otherwise. It can't be won. We can't win. Ha! You know what? Don't let me stop you. I'd love to see that happen. I'm not holding my breath, but I wish you luck.
Our game arena is now ready for new challenges.
Down you go. Keep it? Why would you want to keep it?
I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
The game is almost over, but who will win?
Only a few more enemies left.
Have you won the fight? What do you mean? You're here and you're alive, so clearly you won the fight, which is incredible. The Queen's reaction when she finds out, oh, this brings a huge smile to my face. How'd you do it? Oh no. No. My poor little girl. I should have been there for you. She wouldn't. But that doesn't mean I can stop. I should have been more like her. I'm going to bury her. I'm going to give her peace, and then I'm going to make peace with my own past too, you know? I can't forgive myself for my mistakes, but I can learn from them. That's what she would have wanted. Not for me to be sad, but to celebrate our friendship, to celebrate what it stood for. Here, I want you to have this. A friendship bracelet that Kyubi made for me once. I think she would have wanted you to have it. I don't need blue thread to remind me of what we shared. She lives in me now, and if I could give you some advice... The bond you and your dice share, it's important, and the friendship will define both your lives. Don't let anyone keep you apart. You belong together.
Even had brought closure to the old dice wielder, and in doing so, given him new motivation for his future. The blue thread in her hand seemed to pulsate with warm magic. It was oddly comforting, actually. Heard any good ghost stories lately?
Raise the stakes with a...
Heard any good ghost stories lately? An ancient class of warriors! Tell me more. Is there a ghost in it? Interesting. Fascinating. Not a physical ghost, but the ghosts of tomorrow. Of all your regrets haunting you better than even a dozen ghosts could. Yes! Oh, by the makers, that's terrifying. A life of sleepless nights, regretting one single mistake. I love it. Heard any good ghost stories lately? Oh, listen, you come across any other spooky stories, you let me know.
Oh, that one. I don't work on that one anymore. It seems to get darker every time I touch it. Ah, you've returned, young one. How does fate find you today? Let me see, young one. Ah, the purple thread from your enemy. You have a dice, and you have to decide what you'll do with that power. And you saved someone who'd done you harm, didn't you? Oh, it seems to me, at least in that moment, you thought everyone might deserve a second chance. And this blue thread from the two friends... Not a happy story there, with a friendship and a dice both dead. But there's some joy in it, too, isn't there? The old dice wielder made peace with his past, and in doing so, found a new motivation for the present. And this red thread from the woman in love... One can never fully depend on someone for one's own happiness. Isn't that true? We can't lose ourselves in someone else. We have to be our own people, no matter how much we idolize someone. Well, enough of that. Let's see what happens when these threads combine. Ooh. Ah, look at that. How beautiful it is when the weave comes together. You're a long way from one town, young one. You are lost, but you haven't realized yet that your story goes on whether you care or not.
Look, I'm glad you like your rug, but I'm really just looking for someone named Uma.
If you are so certain that is what you want, look here. Closer.
But it's just a rug. I don't see anything.
Sometimes, to see things as they truly are, we must look within.
Long ago, in the land of Random, there was a wonderful witch and a terrible queen. And everyone had a dice with which they could control their destinies. The witch, with her magical dots, gave every dice tremendous power. But sometimes there were disasters. One day, she turned against the witch. So desperate was this queen to find and control the secret valley from which all dice came. The queen destroyed Forberg, searching for her, but the wonderful witch was clever, and she escaped to her dice's valley, shrouding her way behind her. But sometimes there were disasters. One day, a new queen came to power, and she decreed her dice should be the only one. The queen hunted down all the dice in Random, tearing them from their wielders. It was a war, and she won. But still she was not satisfied. To this day, the witch stays hidden, and the queen searches for any sign of her, for they both know she will one day return and help the dice wielders do the same.